Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
As we enter the summer movie blockbuster season, many of us are faced with the choice. Do I spend $20 to $80 to see the latest Hollywood remake at a theater lit up with the glow of texting cell phones? Or just pop the original into my DVD player and watch it on my own big screen for a fraction of the price? It's no secret that the price of attending a new release movie these days has gotten out of hand. With the economy being what it is and the low quality of product being released, you'd think Hollywood, as well as the movie theaters themselves, would get a clue and work together to make the movie-going experience a more affordable option for the general public. Instead of setting their greed aside and using common sense and coming up with a reasonable solution, the film industry's response to declining profits and attendance is to raise prices. Talk about career suicide. It's as if they want to put themselves out of business. It's bad enough that the level of quality and originality of the movies that are being released these days continues its trend of dropping to the point that a vast majority of these films have only become appealing to children 8 and under. But then they want to charge more money per ticket by adding on fees for 3D movies, which we all know is simply another Hollywood scam to take more of your hard-earned dollars. If you are wealthy enough to actually pay the full ticket price to see the latest Hollywood garbage, your wallet then continues to get financially raped at the concession stand. The cost of your average adult movie ticket these days is approximately $10. The cost of popcorn is $8 and another $4 for the small drink. When all is said and done, you've spent $20 to watch a movie that no soul was put into making. If you take a date or your family out for a movie night, you're talking between $50 to $100 just to see a remake that's not going to be as good as the original. I've worked almost exclusively at movie theaters, so I know a thing or two about the inner workings of these places. The movie theaters themselves see very little of the profits from the films that they show, as most of it goes to the studios that distribute them. In order to make enough money to upkeep the theater, they raise the price on all concession items. When I worked there, the main focus was on selling as many concessions as possible, and as much as I wish I was exaggerating, you could even be fired if you either refused or forgot to push more items on the customer than they initially asked for. Unless something is done soon, then between the price of the tickets and the price of concessions, movie theaters and Hollywood will continue to see a drop in sales and attendance until they finally become extinct. While working at an exceptionally greedy movie theater and debating the product prices with one of my managers, her reasonings for treating the customers as walking dollar signs and the employees as gears in a machine was, quote, "You start a business to make money," unquote. To which I thought to myself, no, you start a business to provide a service. If you do a good job, then you earn money. This seems to be the exact idea that the film and theater industries have long since abandoned. The focus has been almost exclusively placed on generating profit over putting out a quality product or providing a quality service. So I'd like to offer the suggestion to both the movie theater industry as well as the filmmaking industry to reverse the polarity of their motivations and get back to what running a business was originally all about, providing a great product to the customer. Reversing these motivations back to the more pure motive of quality first, profit second can be of great help to everyone involved. The businesses involved will see a greater appreciation from their customers and guarantee their ability to stay in business in the long run, as opposed to the career suicide the film industry appears to be currently performing on itself. This idea covers everything from the forming of film ideas to the production of films and to the distribution of them. Focus can no longer be profit over quality if Hollywood intends to stay in business. And the same goes for the movie theaters. Put out a quality service, and profit will become an inevitable outcome with better karma attached to it than the animosity and resentment many greedy business practices are currently cultivating in their consumer base. It starts with the film industry raising the standards a film has to meet before any money can be invested into it. Stop the remakes and the hollow, emotionless summer blockbusters created to be visually appealing but devoid of any soul, and instead invest those billions of dollars spent each year on movies written with spirit, emotion, and intelligence. Give us something worth paying for, and you might be surprised to find larger audiences attending your screenings rather than seeing the numbers of attendance continue to drop. Secondly, stop paying actors such ridiculously large paychecks for 4 to 5 weeks worth of work. Sure, acting requires talent, and Hollywood workdays range from 12 to 14 hours a day, but let's not forget that these people are simply playing pretend in front of the camera. Most anyone else involved in the behind the scenes of making a movie is working at least 3 times harder than your average actor, while making significantly less for his or her contribution. This alone will decrease the final budget of the film, ultimately costing us, the viewer, less of our hard-earned cash. Third, both industries are just going to have to learn to work together to help make the movie-going experience financially feasible for the customer, as well as a more enjoyable experience overall. Businesses, of course, do need to make a profit, but should theaters really be charging $8 for a large popcorn that costs 50 cents to make? I personally think the theaters should be receiving a larger cut of the ticket price than the studios are currently allowing. They are business partners after all. They need one another to succeed. They should be thinking more as one entity rather than as separate businesses. Every greedy producer in Hollywood will disagree with everything that I've said here. But then again, they are the problem that I speak of, and will ultimately be the downfall of the empire that they exploit.
So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.